Amid escalating floodwaters in the Yangtze River and Dongting Lake basin, a serious breach occurred on July 5 in the dike of Dongting Lake at Tuanzhou Dike, Huarong County, Hunan Province. The breach widened to over 150 meters, necessitating the urgent evacuation of approximately 5,000 residents from the surrounding areas. At around 4 p.m. on Friday, a piping hazard was detected on the Tuanzhou Dike along Dongting Lake. The emergency response team quickly mobilized vehicles loaded with sand and gravel to the site in an attempt to seal the gap. However, despite their immediate efforts, the attempt to block the breach was unsuccessful. By 6 p.m., the situation had worsened significantly as a large volume of floodwater surged in, causing the dike to give way. The breach initially widened from 5 meters to 10 meters within a short time. Over the next hour, the width of the breach expanded rapidly, reaching approximately 100 meters by 7 p.m., and it continued to grow thereafter. In response to the breach, the Hunan provincial government quickly mobilized several trucks filled with sand and gravel to the site. These trucks were used for trucks sinking to fill the breach. Additionally, 2 sand dredgers were employed to continuously pour sand into the gap in an effort to manage the floodwaters and prevent further damage. Videos shared online depicted the severity of the situation. In one video, a breach several meters wide was visible in the Dongting Lake dike, with multiple trucks loaded with sand being dumped into the gap. Some of these trucks were draped with red banners. Another video showed the force of the floodwaters rushing through the breach, washing away and overturning the trucks. The floodwaters surged through the wide gap, inundating fields and rapidly approaching villages. Despite the presence of armed police, firefighters, militia, and numerous heavy equipment vehicles at the scene, the water flow remained powerful and relentless. By around 11 p.m., reporters traveling towards the breach observed villagers packing their belongings and evacuating within a 5-kilometer radius. Many villagers recalled that Tuanzhou Dike had previously breached during the 1996 flood, so they opted for immediate evacuation whenever a breach seemed imminent to ensure their safety. As night fell, the scene on the embankment was illuminated by scattered lights. Water surrounded the dike on both sides, with the lower water level side being Tuanzhou Dike, where numerous white-walled rooftops were visible above the water. Rescue boats navigated through the submerged areas, searching for and rescuing stranded individuals. Rescue forces from various regions had gathered on the embankment near the breach, with more teams en route. Experts from Water Conservancy and emergency departments were on site, assessing water conditions and flow rates, and discussing the most effective plans for sealing the breach. Firefighters, armed police, and militia worked in an organized manner to transport rescue materials, forming a long line of sand-laden transport trucks, bulldozers, loaders, and vibratory rollers.
已经达到了救援现场，但是讲搿点物资暂时进口不得啊，暂时进口不得，这个上头的、长沙的。
Water Conservancy officials noted that forcibly sealing the breach was extremely challenging. The current plan was to wait until the water levels on both sides of the dike equalized slightly, or stabilized before beginning the sealing process.
华容县团州大堤抗风抢险现场。
To properly relocate and settle the affected residents, the provincial, city, and county governments urgently allocated a substantial amount of relief supplies. This included 1,000 tents, 3,200 folding beds, 3,200 summer quilts, and 3,200 mattresses. The evacuation of approximately 5,000 residents from 6 nearby villages and 1 community was successfully completed, with no reported casualties so far.
走到哪里碰到水了以后，他就返回，你就挺进去，停在这里。
好，
我先说一下，
The efforts to seal the breach and ongoing rescue operations continued into the night and the following days. The first group of armed police officers had arrived at the scene to assist with disaster response and support the ongoing efforts to control and mitigate the flood's impact. This event underscored the critical importance of preparedness and swift action in the face of natural disasters.